Bryce and I are just here contemplating, how do you start a vlog and not sound like a total asshole?
It's been 5 days. We're still thinking.
Let us know if you think of a good way, because we could really use one right now. Today we are finally installing a special wing on the back of the WRX. This thing is really coming together. I'm super hyped on this wing because until recently, a company, RPG, made a replica WRC wing that you can actually buy. Up until now, the wing that we're installing was only offered between 2001 and 2003 for WRC cars. And if you know me, you know that I love WRC cars. I love aggressive OEM styling, hence the type of wide body I'm running, and some more surprises that you are going to see today. Huge shout out to Racing Products Group. I'm gonna link them below. That's where we got this wing. They're helping us out a little bit with the build so that we can get some of the replica WRC bits that we need for this car that are super hard to find or super expensive. All right, Bryce, pull it off, pull it off. Give him the big reveal. Woo!
Boom. Big reveal.
If you're not super into WRC parts and that whole styling, you might just think it's an OEM STI wing. And you're not too far off, but it's not. And that's what I love about WRC styling, is they take an OEM platform and they make it way more aggressive. So this wing is a fiberglass wing, and when you order any fiberglass part, don't expect it to come ready to paint or wrap. I've spent a ton of time behind the scenes getting this thing ready. I had to block sand it. I had to go find all the proper hardware to mount it to the car. And then I had to weather strip the bottom so that we don't get a ton of water into our trunk. And mostly I didn't want the wing destroying the wrap underneath as it vibrates, because it probably will, like any other wing. If you see paint under wings, it's usually kind of destroyed. Trying to help that a little bit. It'll probably still happen. So Bryce is gonna help me hold this on the car and mock it up so I can show you what makes this wing unique. I'll help you get it in to where it goes.
Over that way a little bit.
There you go. This direction?
Oh wait.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Bryce models this wing, if you can't tell already, it looks very similar to an STI wing from the 2002-2003 Japanese STI that we didn't have in the US, but way more aggressive. So if you look, the whole wing is set back from about here to there, making it hang off the back of the car by about 8 inches, which is super aggressive. The wing would usually sit up here, and it basically lines up with the bumper line. And what that does is it sets your whole wing back here, this surface giving you downforce, and this surface giving you downforce, into cleaner air with less turbulence so that it's more effective in providing downforce. The wing is also pretty wide to match up with the aggressive stance of a wide body car. It's not like clear out here, but it is a little bit wider, and overall way aggressive. It's not any taller. In fact, it might be a little shorter than like the 0405 STI wings. So rather than buying a new trunk with spoiler holes already in it, we're going to drill holes in this blank trunk today. Pray for us. because I really don't want to blow it. This trunk's already wrapped and we want to get this wing installed now. So the first step is putting in our new hardware into all of our mounting holes. Oh. What are those holes in the table doing? Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of white grease on the head of each bolt so that when we set it on the trunk to mock it up, it makes a little mark where we need to drill for each hole.
Good stuff.
The trick is going to be to basically set it as close to in place on the trunk deck lid as we can so that we're not moving it around. That'll mess up our marks. Okay, so there's our marks after test fitting it. We were a little too far back at first and then we moved it forward. So we're gonna go with these front marks on each of those spots. And then I pressed the center down when we had it aligned. So we only have one mark through there, but we have two marks here as well. I think we're good. You know, it was pretty nerve-wracking drilling the hood for the hood latches in one of the last episodes. So I'm not as nervous, but I still don't want to blow it. Hopefully this thing's aligned. That's mostly what we got to worry about. If you want this to work and you don't want to blow it, you're installing a wing or drilling some body panels on your own. Pro tip, get a center punch. You can pick these up at Harbor Freight, Home Depot, wherever for super cheap. This is an automatic hole punch or center punch where it has a spring in there. Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Okay, I'm gonna pick an easy one. So you're gonna center where you want to drill. Harbor Freight tools don't always work. So what that did is it put a tiny little sharp dent in our metal where we want to drill so that our drill bit doesn't wander all over the trunk lid when we're starting to drill and ruin your paint, your wrap, and most importantly, ruin your center point. So it holds you there so that you can drill a hole accurately. Just to be safe, we're going to drill a pilot hole with a very small drill bit to get them started before we drill out a bigger hole that will actually fit our hardware.
Oh.
All right, hole number one. Find your center punch. You don't want to drill at an angle like that because you'll still just wander all over. You want to get that thing as straight as you can, which can be hard on a slanted surface. All right, got the holes drilled out. Hardware fits. We got all of our hardware in. We weren't anticipating these landing here, so I've got to get some longer hardware. But other than that, we are mounted up. Just got to get two more bolts, one there, and we're good. But now, well, that's heavy now.
You can't just drop it.
We got a big old wing! Woo! Damn, I'm hyped.
This side is insane right here.
Oh my gosh.
Huge.
Oh my gosh.
It sticks out past the bumper.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't want to hear about the battle arrow and the chassis mount spoilers. We don't care. We're building a rally car. Can't wait to get these wheels on here with the spacers out. Woo! Oh my gosh, I am so pumped on this. This looks better than I thought. It's exactly what I wanted. A super aggressive wing, but it also needed to be subtle. Typical WRC fashion. It was actually a super easy install. I'm pumped. Thanks, Bryce.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta have a buddy for this one. So we only had to drill one set of holes. We didn't miss, and everything went smoothly. If you want to pick one of these up, hit up RPG. The link is below. Also, check out the new gear that we've got on the site, and get entered to win the 240SX. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about it. Whoa, I'm tripping. We're still giving this car away, and you can enter to win it on our website. Go check it out and see how the 240SX that we built on the channel can be yours. Thanks for watching today, guys. Stay tuned. We got a ton of cool stuff in the works for the WRX. It's gonna be a blast.